Well, hello, tater tits. Today I'm gonna teach you how to get a date. I mean, I hope I do. I had a couple of these before I started filming, I'll be honest. Now, a date can start off one of two ways, and to figure out which way to start, you have to ask yourself the question. It's a yes or no question, and each answer will have a set of different steps that's gonna help you get the date. What percent is this? You need to ask yourself, am I an awkward fuck with social anxiety and an active Pokemon Go account? Now, if you answered yes to that question, then you might want to go the online dating route. This way, you don't have to actually talk to people with your mouth. You could just text at first. So you know what that means? You're gonna have to get an app. Get an app. You got Tinder, Bumble, Match.com, eHarmony. Better yet, why don't you just sign up for every single dating app that this world has to offer? Let's corner the market, maximize our opportunities, and diversify our profile. Buy, 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 sell, 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 titty, titty, titty. I hope I'm not losing you here. So I'm gonna take this time to erase this and go into more in depth about the dating apps. And yes, this is an old salad. I don't have it's all over the ground. I don't have an eraser, I'm sorry. So when you're setting up your online dating profile, just a couple of things, okay? First things first, if you're a guy who's under 6 foot, you're gonna have to go ahead and lie about your height. Just add an inch or two for good measure. Put that in your profile. Like if you're 5'10", fuck it, I'm 6 foot now, round up. I mean, they do it in the NBA. The guy's listed as 7 foot. He's actually 6'10". Still a big motherfucker, but if they can lie, we can lie. Second thing, little obvious, but when you're writing your profile, how about no weird hobbies? Listen, we're trying to attract people, okay? So maybe leave out the fact that you've been collecting your toenails since you were 6 years old and just write that you like jogging or camping or some shit. Just keep it general. You think some woman's gonna say, oh, he collects toenails. Wow, this is Prince Charming. I always wanted a fucking guy who has a jar of toenails on the kitchen counter. What? Why'd I do that? Here's another rule. The picture that you're using for this dating site, how about it be just you, okay? You don't want people to have to play that guessing game. It's you and 12 of your buddies at some like golf trip. Like, which fucking guy is it? No one's trying to meet your whole goddamn friend group. They just want to see who you are. So maybe stop the guessing game. Just put a picture of you, okay? Now, once you have your profile set up and someone actually matches you, it's time to play ball. Do not make the common mistake of talking about your dick or sex before this girl even says hello. So no dex, okay? Dex is dick and sex combined. I am a genius. I know you're probably wondering, why did he even say this? But I see screenshots all the time of guys who get matches on Tinder, and the first thing they say is, hi, I'm Mike. Do you do anal? Like, what the fuck, dude? You don't even know this girl. You don't know if she even has a butthole. Like, you don't... It could happen. People don't have them. I'm sure at least one person doesn't have a butthole. But anyway, if you're a little socially awkward, it's not a big deal to get on a dating app and talk to people. Lots of people are on dating apps. You guys can text for a while until you're comfortable enough to meet in person, and that way it's much easier to communicate. I may seem like a loud asshole, but I definitely understand how nerve-wracking it is going up to a stranger and trying to ask them out on a date. You get sweaty hands, sweaty ass, sweaty feet. I don't know if that last one is just me, but like, when I get nervous, my feet sweat so much, like it feels like a German Shepherd pissed in both my shoes. Moving on! If you answered no to the original question, there's different steps. So listen up, okay? Listen, I'm embarrassed. I apologize for the eraser, and yes, that is the bag that the old salad came in. So anyway, if you say no, you're not socially awkward, you think that you work better in person and not through text, then listen up. For starters, if you're going up to a random stranger and trying to ask them out on a date, you have to understand something. 90% of the guys that have approached this woman in her life have approached her with stupid lines like, hey, you're really cute, we should Netflix and chill at my apartment. Good one, virgin. So if she seems standoffish or hesitant at first, you can't blame her. So don't be too aggressive, okay? Also, this is a big one, okay? If you're a guy, I know we're all manly and fucking cool or whatever, but prepare for rejection. Don't be one of those guys that just expects girls to react the way you want them to. Because I know sometimes guys will be like, oh, look at that girl, she's so hot, and then go up to her and be like, hey, do you want to make out? And she's like, no thanks, I'm good. And then the guy goes back to his boys and is like, oh, she's such a bitch. Probably a lesbian because she doesn't want to make out with me. Like, how the fuck does that make any sense? And honestly, when talking to girls in person, I know this sounds really Disney, but just be yourself. I like to think that everyone can tell when someone's being genuine or not, so if you're just being yourself, then you should be fine. Anyway, after someone actually agrees to go out on a date with you, the real work begins. You're gonna have to set up the date, okay? Don't ask her what she wants to do, what she likes, just set something up. If you've ever asked a woman what they like or what they want, they just completely forget everything about themselves. I don't know what I wanna eat. I don't know where I wanna go. I don't know my name. Who am I? Don't ask him anything and set something up. Women appreciate that. I think. I don't know. I don't even know why you're still watching this, to be honest. I'm not a dating coach. And on that note, I think I'm gonna end the video. Don't forget to subscribe to my podcast called The Basement Yard. It comes out every Monday on iTunes and SoundCloud. And if you're interested in sports, I have a sports podcast called Veterans Minimum, which comes out every Friday on iTunes and SoundCloud. And it's on YouTube, so you can check that out. And go follow Santagato Studios on Twitter for everything that I'm doing. And I will see you next week. Bow! First try, how you doing?